ballet, every dance tells a story. Every sequence makes a sentence, and every movement spells a word. In ballet, we do more than perform. We communicate about our hopes, our fears, and a desire for perfection. But more than just stories, these are actually life lessons in disguise. They teach us how to face challenges with grace, maintain composure under pressure, and face problems with a clever twist. I have been a ballerina for 6 years now, and I have played many different parts in ballets you might have heard of. From the magical world of the Nutcracker, to the adventures of Alice in Wonderland, and to the delightful scenes of Coppelia. I've learned more than just dance moves. These stories have shown me how to overcome tough situations, think on my feet, and turn any challenge into an opportunity to rise. Today, I'm excited to share with you the lessons that I have learned from these classics. You may or may not know these stories, but I hope you'll find what inspires you and helps you see your challenges a bit differently. The routine you saw me perform as I stepped onto the stage was from the Nutcracker, a ballet that's become a cherished part of my holiday tradition for the past 3 years. It's a story of magic and courage, where a young girl named Clara helps a Nutcracker prince defeat an army of mice. This may just sound like a fun holiday tale, but for me, it's been a huge lesson in courage and standing up to challenges. Over the years, I have the chance to play many roles in this ballet. From a naughty little mouse to a graceful dragonfly and even a playful lamb. Each character has its difficulties to overcome, just like the ones we face in our own lives. Being a ballerina means more than just showing up to perform. I train every single day of the week, and even during summer breaks, I continue my lessons to make sure my body doesn't forget the discipline of dance. And every evening, I spend time massaging my feet, which is important not just for comfort, but to prepare the day that I'll wear pointe shoes. These behind-the-scenes hours of practice is just like how Clara faces her fears for her magical battle. It teaches me that behind every performance is hard work and perseverance, which was just how Clara was able to win over the army of mice. Last month, I performed in a ballet, which I think many of you have heard of. It's Alice in Wonderland. The story begins when Alice follows a rabbit down a hole and finds herself in a world that's unlike anything she's ever known. Just like Alice, I've entered places that felt new and a bit overwhelming, like taking part in competitions. I've gotten used to performances, but competitions pushed me out of my comfort zone. As I prepare for them, I think how Alice approached her challenges. She was curious, brave, and always ready for whatever came next. Preparing for Alice in Wonderland was teaching me to be ready for the unexpected, with a sense of adventure. It's about not being afraid to take the leap, even if you don't know where you're going to land. This attitude doesn't just help me in ballet. It's something that can make all of life's adventures a bit less scary and a lot more fun. Ballet makes stories so much more interesting, and I think that the most beautiful part of it is definitely the costumes. That's what I love most about being a ballerina, the amazing tutus. And this is especially true in Coppelia, where each costume brings each character to life. Coppelia is a fun story about a young girl named Swanlinda and her boyfriend Franz, and a very curious inventor who makes a doll that seems almost real. In Coppelia, each costume is more than just a dress. It helps us become a character, someone new. With costumes, I learned to go deep with my expressions and movements, to tell the story without saying a word. It teaches me, and hopefully all of you, that we all have the power to decide how we show up in the world. Every new role, whether it's captain of a sports team, head of a school project, or soloist in a choir, it lets us discover more about who we are and who we could be. Sometimes, the most valuable lessons come from the most unexpected places. For me, it was through stories told on the stage, in the characters we meet, and the challenges they overcome. We journeyed together through the Nutcracker, explored the adventures of Alice in Wonderland, and learned about the roles we play in Coppelia. From each story, we've learned about facing our fears, welcoming the unexpected, and showing up as the best versions of ourselves. I hope that this sparks something inside of you, that you will choose grace and resilience when overcoming tough situations. Seek adventures as you step forward and improve, and start seeing your life as a stage on which you can perform best on. Thank you.